so much for watching our podcast, Real Estate Insider, Where America Goes for Funding, your direct nationwide lender and broker for the last 20 years. I appreciate all you guys tuning in and watching the channel with us. Today we're talking about, a lot of times on the show, we talk about loan programs, underwriting guidelines, products that we offer, things that are going on in the economy, interest rates, the stock market. I wanted to take a little bit of a turn and talk a little bit more in depth about the after the loan. Of course, you have so many different loan programs, but I want to talk about why the loans get denied, underwriting guidelines, and take a different spin, because the sad thing is that um, most most deals, when they fall apart, if and when they do, it has it's in underwriting. And it's kind of sad that 70% of, and this is not my personal number, just tracking nationwide loan applications, that 70% never get funded. Like 70, it's like 78%. So it's a very high percentage, and a lot of times and it's for many different reasons. Either that the person, either the borrower wasn't expecting all of these things to happen during the loan process. They couldn't meet the conditions. They don't have the time to get the documents. They don't have the money. They didn't realize it was going to be this whole thing. Or obviously the bank or the lender, they uncover things that they didn't know in the beginning that affect the loan approval. So I want to take some time to talk about, why do loans get denied? What can you do to prevent that? How can you make sure that your loan gets approved? Because obviously you want to be successful. You're going and spending all this time, energy, resources, and you want your transaction, your deal to get funded. In order to do that, you have to make sure of certain things, and of course, there's a lot of things that go into this, whether it's the loan product, market conditions, um, you know, uh, your financial situation, your assets, your credit. And again, the market plays a lot to do with this, and the product that you're doing. But and every product has different underwriting guidelines, different requirements. So, like for example, asset-based loans are more concerned about the asset, the property, than the income or credit of the property, and vice versa. Bank loans, they focus really hard on your credit and your debt ratio or debt service and ability to repay. So, the thing that's very important is that when you're getting a loan, there's three different stages. You have your initial pre-qualification, where you submit your application. They just do like a light check on everything, and you get pre-qualified. Then you have your pre-approval. That's your second stage, and then you have your loan commitment. So there's three stages of the loan, and each stage you're going to have to provide more documentation. And the biggest thing that, the takeaway from doing this video and this show tonight is to get you mentally and prepared, and so that way you are organized. You got to have all of your documents in order. Obviously, you're going to get a checklist from your lender on the things that you need to supply, and you want to have those things ready in PDF format, not JPEGs or images. You want to have everything kind of formulated in a folder, possibly on your drive or your computer or wherever you save your documents, titled loan documents, and save everything in there. You're going to need, a copy of your ID, probably your bank statements, your W-2s, your pay stubs, 1099s. Your lender is going to give you a list of everything that you're going to need. You want to save everything in there as a PDF to have everything organized and separated, labeled. Like for example, October 2025 bank statements need to be saved that way in all the pages. They can't be mixed with other months and not be labeled and sorted. So this is really, really important when you're getting a loan. Also, you want to take a look at your credit. You can go to annualcreditreport.com or MyFICO or Experian to check your credit, to see where's your credit score at, and look at your trade lines to make sure everything is looking accurate and legit before you actually apply for the loan. Okay, with us, you actually don't apply for the loan in the beginning. We just do a soft check, so it doesn't affect your credit score. and we work with you to figure out the loan before you actually apply to the bank, before you actually go to the underwriter. We're going to help you to structure and package it so you are successful with your loan. So just keep that in mind. But the thing is that you're going to be asked during the process to produce documentation all the way to the end of the loan. And it could be things that you have available and things you don't have readily available. It could be things tied to your title, your HOA, your condominium, your appraiser, your appraisal. So your insurance, something with your accountant. I mean, there's millions of things that happen, and you just have to do the best you can to work through it to provide that information. Because if you don't provide the information, the lender is not going to be able to approve the loan and then fund the loan. So the biggest thing to do is obviously get a list of the checklist up front. It's not going to be everything because nobody. What's your question, Antonio? Yes, we offer equity loans. We're a nationwide lender. Yeah, please reach out to us. You can give us a call, text my office, 832-431-6331. So, but yeah, the biggest takeaway is, get your file ready, get your credit ready. Like we talked about, if something's not right on your credit, dispute it or settle it. You can hire a credit team to help you with that. We have credit letters on our website to help you to get things deleted. So you want to be prepared in that sense. And then, a lot of times you're going to get updates via email and text. So be sure to monitor your email and your phone or messages frequently to get updates. And then you can upload everything into the portal on your loan. So, but basically, you know, the biggest thing that I want to say is that you don't want to have your loan get denied, and there's certain things you got to make sure about. Obviously, for example, if you, and you got to talk to your loan officer or your processor and ask them, what are the requirements for the loan? What are things that can affect it? Like, for example, if your home is not habitable and the product that you're doing requires a habitable home, if you're doing a bank statement loan and you have a bunch of overdrafts and NSFs there, that you got to make sure that that's going to be fine. Some programs allow for overdrafts and NSFs. Some programs allow for fixer uppers for houses. Just make sure that whatever loan that you're trying to get matches as close as possible to your situation, right? So if you're self-employed and you're trying to do a bank statement program, then you don't need taxes. Don't apply for that type of loan, right? Or if you're W-2, you wouldn't apply for a bank statement loan because you work for a company or W-2. So keep these things in mind because it's very, very important, because at the end of the day, you want to make sure that your loan gets approved, that it closes, and that you accomplish your goal, whatever it is, whether you're cashing out, you're purchasing, you're doing a DSCR loan, an Airbnb, you're building a property. You want to make sure that you're successful and that you get it done, you actually close. You don't want to waste time and money and the deal never closes. So those are the main things I want to talk about. A lot there's a lot of reasons why loans get denied. Most of them don't fund because the borrower, the customer, they're not able to complete the conditions of the loan. And you're going to have loan conditions. It doesn't matter how good your credit score is or how much money you make. You're still going to have conditions that have to be satisfied. The best thing that you can do is to be mentally prepared, have a good attitude, go lucky about supplying those conditions, working through it with your lender to clear those conditions so you can actually close on your loan. And nobody knows for sure all the conditions that will come up. They're different for everybody, but you're going to have things that come up. Maybe you've had a divorce, you need a divorce decree, you have back child support. There's so many things that can happen. Your loss of job, and you need to verify the previous employment, that can come up. So there's a lot of things that can happen. You may not have enough insurance coverage on your home to meet the lender's requirements. You may not agree with the appraised value that the appraiser came back on your property. So you're going to have to be ready for these things when this stuff comes up, so that way you know how to handle it, and you don't give up, and you work on it, because the lender's not going to give up. They're most likely they're going to keep fighting, pushing, if they're a good lender, to figure it out. That's what we do. We fight, we push, to get it, to get it done, because we care. We're trying to make it happen for you, and we're paid on performance. We only get paid if the deal closes. You don't pay us anything up front. So these are important takeaways, and I hope that you guys got some value out of it to help you so you are successful whenever you try to get your loan. If we can help you, like I said, we're a nationwide lender and broker. Give us a call, text my office if we can help you, 832-431-6331, or you can click on the link down below to get signed up for enrollment. There's no cost for enrollment. There's no hard credit check. There's no contract, so you can always change your mind. But reach out to us so we can help you to get your deal funded. Give us a call or text us, or if you want to join our loan partnership program to get paid for your referrals, don't forget about our loan partnership program. You can reach out to us on that, and we also have our Amazon loyalty rewards program. If you want to get your free Amazon gift cards with Amazon, go to Angelo Christian Mortgage on Google. Give us a 5-star review. We'll hook you up with that free Amazon gift card with Angelo Christian. And lastly, don't forget about Real Estate University. If you want to join a top producer platform to grow and expand your business, reach out to Angelo Christian about Real Estate University. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching the channel. We'll see you all again next week. Take care and peace out. Bye-bye.